Hello and welcome to the Proncast. Podcast where we talk life, work, and occasionally music. My name is Switchblades for Kids, and the other half of the podcast.
Hello, it is I. It is Blake Bentley. How are we doing? How are we going?
Well,
it's
after
been a minute.
After a little bit of time that's passed.
About a month.
Just a little bit of time. Almost a month.
I'm pretty sure it was a month.
We're back.
Hello.
How you been?
And look, what a month.
We didn't leave. The time in between us talking just got a little bit long. All right. I was completely absent for over the cycle of 2 weeks, and then the week before, just for a quick synopsis of what happened.
Yeah.
I was away over the course of 2 recording periods, so we couldn't actually record. And then the previous week, I was just absolutely butt stuffed, full of sub 1, and I was just like big, sad, sleepy boy. So I was just like, hey man, we'll do it next week. And then next week did not happen. And then the week after that definitely didn't happen.
Yeah, did not happen. But look, we're back. We're here. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. So deal with it.
We're back in your earballs. We're speaking directly to your brain.
Right in.
Through fucking, I don't know, whatever sources we use. But how you been, man? It has been, like I said, it's been a long month. I was like, just real quick, just lots of sickness.
Yeah, I heard. I heard. Family
just always sick.
Yeah.
It was every week. It was literally every week for a month.
You know what happened? Like right as soon as I left to go at field, I told Kim, I was like, hey, look, call me, like, let me know, because they'll get in touch with me. The guys that are running my thing will get in touch with me and say, hey, fam's sick sort of stuff. I told her straight up, I was like, you let them know so that you can, if you need me, I can get out any time. And I'm like, giving her the whole nudge, nudge, wink, wink, get me out of here fucking ASAP. Yeah. And literally the first night that I was gone, they all got like super colds. For the next like more than a week. Yeah, and the first night, I think it was the first or second night, Maverick threw an entire fucking filled water bottle at Quinn's eye and like just launched it like he was a quarterback straight into her fucking face. Gave her a black eye for over a week. And it's my surprise when I came home, fucking Quinn's just like, hey, Dad's back.
I just fucked up.
It's like, I should never have left.
Oh my God, what happened?
But yeah, I should never have left because I really wanted to see that happen. It must have been one hell of a throw. But that's what happened. Yeah, as soon as you leave or plan to do anything, everything will go to shit. Yeah. Which is just the law of the universe. That's how it happens.
That's not Murphy's law. That's fucking law of the jungle, baby.
Fucking oath. That's the rules around here. The lay of the land. Yeah. How was your 3 weeks?
Yeah, look, it's just lots of family sickness. Just lots of family sickness. Yeah. Just lots of work and that. And that was like it.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's pretty much it. Other than like obviously all the fucking Palestine shit going on. But like I don't like, dude, it's just so much and I don't really want to get into it because I'm too tired.
Fair enough.
I should be way more, because I have been so outspoken about it, but if you follow me on social media, you've seen it. It's okay.
Yeah. That's it.
I don't, you know what? First episode back, we're not talking about it right now.
We're not talking about it because we've actually got quite a lot to go through.
Do we?
Being away for so long, and we've been listening to the biggest artist in the world.
Oh, and there's news about her too.
Oh, you've got news about her?
Do you not know what happened?
Can we save it? Can we save it for now?
Yeah,
we could pull that little card out a little bit later. I like that. Let me tell you, let me break down my last 3 weeks.
Yeah, go on. Tell me all about it.
Let me just break it down. Now, I don't want to hear get a sub 1 up ya from anyone in these comments, because my God, did I hear it enough over the last 8 weeks. I'm finally done with course. I'm very promotable. Please look at me. Look how promotable I am, sort of shit. Yeah. That's all I got at the like little graduation ceremony that they do. I didn't realize it was going to be a whole big thing where they have like you'll form up in polys and march around and go, I'm important, and like, because usually every course I've ever done, besides when I marched out of the trade school and now this course, it's literally just been okay, cool, you guys are done, thank you so much for coming, you know, go home now. That was it. Yeah. These like sub 1 and my trade school was like you fucking get dressed up and you carry a gun and you do ceremonial fucking drill with a gun and it's like wowzers. I was well over that. I tell you what, because we had to do so much like practice, and I know it's like such a whinge. You just had to practice doing like drill and shit like that. That was the back end of like the 3 weeks. The front end of the 3 weeks was just getting like how to dig a pit, how to make the right fire lanes when you're, you know, attempting to kill enemy sort of shit. All of these like tactics and strategies on how to like just do so much. And I paid so much of that shit off because the middle part of the 3 weeks, the second week, some would call it, I had such a good time outfield. Oh, nice. I had such a good time outfield, dude. There was like, because I don't go field. The last time I went field was like 5 fucking years ago, man.
Other than an ACAP.
ACAP, I wouldn't even class it. That was not field. That was fucking luxury, man. That was glamping at its finest, man. Yeah. That was so good. But like, other than that, man, I hadn't been fielded in 5 years. Yeah. And so, like, literally getting back out there and being like, okay, guys, you're going to take up a defensive position here, and this is going to be your, like, pits that you're going to dig out, and then here's the command thing. And you're just like, oh, sick. We got GATs. We got, like, smoke grenades. We got sim grenades. We got fucking heaps of ammo. We got fucking these tubes that they're like recoilless rifles. So they're basically rocket launchers. Yeah. But there were no rockets. Also, they were sims. So they were just tubes. Nice. So we had to carry those heavy things around. And we got claymores, but they were also not real. So we just carried around heavy fucking claymores. They were literally filled with cement. Yeah. That was really annoying. But other than that, it was like, it was fun. It was, hey, what are we going to do today? Dig pit. Okay, awesome. Let's go and dig pit. And it's like, dig pit, fight notional bad people, and shoot rounds and walk around and practice like leading a section. That's all it really was. That's what it all really boiled down to. That's all they wanted us to really tick off on was, can you make a snap decision? And it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. You have to make a quick decision and stick to it and back it up and have some sort of reasoning as to why you did it. And you'll only need reasoning if it was like a bad move, which a lot of people made. Dude, I shot civilians. You know what I mean? Like, because the Secco at the time was like, okay, at this point, if this car crosses this line, you know, shoot them. And I was like, okay, sweet. and you know, and I was supposed to make contact. This car's fucking rolling up, and you put out your hand and you say, hey, stop. They're at least 100 meters away, and then they like pick up speed, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna try and hit me or something like that. And I was like, just like, you know, walking towards them, just stop. I stood my ground, and then, you know, kept saying stop. Stood in front of the car. It got to like 20, maybe 15 meters away, and if it's going even 40 k's an hour, still makes you go, you know, it's like, whoa, it's getting a bit close. And I had a gunner to my right, and I just had a star and shit like that, and we both were just like, he's gotten close enough, he's not stopping, and he's probably going to hit me, so we shot him. And then fucking the guy running the the show, you know, the whole play, if you will, he was like, he came up to the side seat and he's like, you guys are revived. We'll just make it out that they shot the car and now the car's disabled. And the guys are just like, oh, okay, cool. Just like, dead, alive.
Oh, we're revived,
like,
right.
Oh, cool, we don't have to deal with the consequences of our actions. Excellent.
Yeah, nice.
But like, it's those are the type of like, because it was a snap decision of like, because I was being told what to do sort of thing. So it was she said at the time, if they get past this line, shoot them. I let them go well past that line to almost hitting me. In an exercise scenario, like I don't think they would actually hit me. They had full control of the car. But like, you know, we just did what we were told. It was like, okay, this is her decision, is to shoot him. And we shot him. And then they woke back up again.
So did they explain like why they were driving towards you, why they weren't stopping?
So in this role playing thing, in reality, this is two like
no, I know in reality
grunts.
But in role play, did they have a reason, or were they just?
They were just like two CVs driving on a range sort of shit. No, so there was a work request that was getting put over the radio. So they would have like the guy would be like, you know, there's a work request for you, and then it's like, yep, cool, we'll take that, whatever. What she had forgotten to do was pretty much forgotten the entire work request for these civvies to come onto the range and go to the grenade range and fix it.
Right, and
that was their job. And
this was the scenario that they put you in.
Yeah.
Was that she forgot to tell you that these two were coming in?
Well, yeah,
or she had actually forgot.
She had actually forgotten.
Oh, so she was meant to tell you. She was actually meant to tell you.
So in all of the decisions that she made, she forgot to tell us, she forgot to remember, if that makes sense. She just forgot that there was a work request in the midst of like so many other things happening, like someone falling over and negligently discharging their weapon, like fell over and then a round goes bang and then they fall over and they go, oh, I'm all right. And then you have to like deal with what you would do with someone that fucking negligently discharges their weapon. And you'd go, we'll take administrative action and we'll clear their weapon and we'll check and we'll send it to an armorer to make sure that the gun is actually fine, sort of shit. Yeah, there was a whole heap of shit. But just some of these like QDEs, quick decision exercises, were like, okay, you're just walking around, and then you'll hear over the radio, you have incoming indirect fire. You have less than a minute to move. And then I'll be like, hey guys, we're about to get bombed, let's run. And then it's like, it's just literally just run. But that's the kind of shit. It was really fun. I told the guy, the guy that was running it, I was like, hey man, because he's a Ramey dude as well. He's a metalsmith, so he literally is a welder. Nice. And so he was like, he looked at me and he's like, oh, Ramey brothers, oh, love it, yeah, you know, like same core, best friends. And I told him, I was like, bro, I want you to like lay it on so thick. I want you to like absolutely give me some hard shit. Like go fucking nuts. Like make the scenario as wild as possible. And he's like, don't worry, I've had you sorted since I knew you were on. And I'm like, okay. I told him, I was like, make sure turn it up to 11 sort of dumb shit. And he's like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Like it was supposed to be like, we're getting mortars and then we have to run and then we're sort of like high heart rate, you know, we're all sort of just like amped up. We keep running. We run into a minefield. This is what was supposed to happen. We're supposed to run into a minefield. A couple of dudes were supposed to die, like notionally die. And then I was supposed to be able to get them Kazavaked or get that one person like fixed up Kazavaked. And then we were going to push on and get ambushed from the right in a creek line. What ended up happening was we got mortared, we were running, and then I called up like a little short, like, hey, let's stop here and so I can talk to you. It's called a harbour. And harbored up, and this dude, one of our gunners, just fucking like, he reckons. So this is what he said. He said, I was running. It was fine. Nice cool air on my face. As soon as I stopped, it was like someone opened an oven door in my face, and he just fucking went. He just like went forward and just ate shit. Oh, wow. And so we like flipped him over and we're fucking like stripping him. We stripped him off in like under a minute, and we're splashing water on him and like getting him all cooled down and shit like that. Which was really, you know what? It's fucking. I tell you what, heat injuries, super scary. Yeah. Super like you've got to get that person like cooled down and not fucking dead, because heat injuries. Dude, they'll fucking... You get heat stroke.
Brain damage.
It's like 1 in 5 get heat... get brain damage or something like that, or die. Yeah. It's fucking nuts. So I was like, nope, not having it on mine. I don't care how much fun this is. I'm going to fucking... first aid is save a life.
Yep.
But yeah. Look, I don't want to waffle on too much about it. It's already been 15 minutes.
I'm happy for you too, because look, honestly, my fucking 3 weeks has just been like, dude, it's just I can't not talk about like all the shit going on in.
Do you want
gut? Like, dude, it's so much. It's so much. Like, I've gotten to the point of like these crazy conspiracy theories of like going back pre-Jesus.
I want to hear some red hot conspiracy, because I know you love it.
I mean, look,
I love a good conspiracy, dude. I'm so good with. I love them.
Yeah, look, I do love me a good conspiracy. Okay, all right. Look, I'll give you as quick as I can a rundown of what is happening in Israel.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And I'll do my best to make it as neutral as possible, but there's only so much.
Fair. Give it to us in brass tacks, like the absolute as in depth as you have to go.
With everything that I'm about to say, just remember that it's because of the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it is because the Bible said something.
Yes.
So, if you've heard headlines of how X amount of people dying, right? And these attacks and this attack, all because of the Bible. Okay?
Yep. That's right. That's right.
When people are claiming ownership of things and they say, because the Bible said, it's like, look, it's 2023. Like, it doesn't work. The world don't work like that.
You don't get to just say,
say, my God said that this is mine. So you need to leave.
Like, you never know, their God might be right.
Oh, dude, it's just nuts. Anyway, so there is a place in Israel, a state. This is the thing. It's just a territory. It's an area. It's a city.
Yeah.
It's a walled off city called.
Okay.
It's Gaza, right?
Yeah.
And the West Bank. That is Palestine. The argument is that Palestine doesn't exist. This is the whole argument, that Palestine doesn't exist because the Bible only said it a couple times. That's mainly the argument, is that Israel owns the land because the Bible said it was theirs before the Palestinians, but we're talking hundreds, thousands of years earlier. So a family who have lived there for like 13 generations, it's not their land because the Bible said it was Jewish land before them. 13 generations these people have lived. 15, 16, 17 generations these people have lived on this land for, right?
Yeah. And
it's their land, right? They have owned it for
Palestinian
17 generations. No one else owns it.
And this one Palestinian dude's like, hey, look, here's my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's grave sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, this is my grandfather, like, from nine generations ago.
Yeah.
This is his grave, and I live in the same house he grew up in. Right? And then a guy from, like, fucking Poland or something, who, whose grandfather was Jewish, right?
And he goes, nah.
He goes, I don't think so, bud. I don't think so.
Hey, look, really good story, but my story has God in it.
Yeah, but I was gifted this land by God, so you're gonna have to leave, bud. And then when they go, well, I'm not going to. they go, oh, you sort of don't got a choice.
Yeah.
And then they bomb the house anyway.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. But, man.
That's the law.
The law of the jungle.
This is like the thing with, because this is how Christianity and Catholicism
Catholics are wild.
But
that's
like,
the whole Vatican shit. That's
the thing
fucking mutilation.
Is that that God is law, and before the state, this is like way back, like old Christianity.
This is
sort of
the
thing.
only thing. So, go on, because I think I know what you're gonna say, but go on.
Before there was the state, there was literally just like the church, and the church controlled everything, and the king would follow what the church said. He wouldn't follow what, the state or his counselors or what the government that he sort of created would say, because the government was the government was the church, and the church would tell him what to do, and they'd be like, oh, well, I've got to listen to it because I'm anointed. I am literally chosen by God. So that's how it works now. That's why, what's his name? King Philip? I think it's Philip.
Yeah.
I believe it's Philip. He was anointed by God to be the king, just like Queen Elizabeth II was anointed by God.
Yep.
And that's how it works. That's how, like, I don't know, like old. That's just how it's worked since the Dark Ages, man.
Yeah, literally.
Even before the Dark Ages,
yeah.
Because they were like, Jesus must exist, and this is what happened, and here's this really cool book that says everything that happened, and if we follow these tenets, we will see the kingdom of heaven. And that's how it works.
The hardest thing linking all of this back to Israel, right? The thing is that Orthodox Jewish do not believe that they belong in that land because they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah, right? And they are promised that land with the coming of the Messiah, so who has not come yet, according to Orthodox Jewish belief, right?
Yep.
So for Israel to say it's our land because the Bible says so, it's like, well, but you're not. Well, not the Bible; it's the Torah. But they're not actually going by that. They're just saying, they're reading literally the one part where it says the land is gifted to them,
like cherry picking information.
Yeah, and then they've said with the coming of the Messiah, and they've said, oh well, that was Jesus, and then they've read no further.
Boy, I don't need to read any more of this. This sounds good.
And then they fucking stop reading.
Imagine.
And they're like, I'll have that land. But
imagine reading like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and you get to the part where like, you see all of Charlie's like family just laying in bed, and then he gets a chocolate bar, and you're like, man, that's a good book. He gets a chocolate bar. Fuck, that's so good. Yeah. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's like, man, he got a chocolate bar in his shitty poor life.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, I hope he gets better. I hope his family gets out of bed.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I hope they don't die from starvation.
Man. I want to go on a tangent about fucking Charlie's fucking family, but
hang on.
Go on.
So real quick, right? The whole thing that like blows my mind is the faith stuff. Like the faith stuff of all of this is what blows my mind. Like that these are shitty people doing shitty things at the end of the day. Like the current, like, did you know that the Israelis, right? Israel people.
Yep.
They were protesting for 38 weeks prior to October 7th.
October 7th was a day that shit went down, sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So October 7th, they're trying to make that out to be like 9/11. That's what Israel's trying to do, right? They want it to be remembered like 9/11 so that they can go kill 2.3 million people, right? Because that's what America did. Yeah. 9/11 happened, and then they went over to Afghanistan and killed like 3 million people, right?
Yeah.
That's facts.
I don't know. Was it 3 million?
I think it was 3, yeah.
Holy dooly.
It was like 2 or 3 million people that they killed over there. Yeah, dude. And then they left it in the hands of the Taliban, and it's like, hey, you guys fucked that country, man. 20 years. 20 years they were there, and they just fucked it. But, yeah.
So,
what the fuck was I saying?
Israeli wants October 7th to be remembered.
Oh,
just
yeah.
9/11.
They want it to be so they can justify killing all these people, and then like this is like it goes down such a rabbit hole because it's like they're objectively bad people. Like they're actually denying the fact that they're killing the children, right? Like there was a channel in England, a Channel 4 interview, right, with this guy. Yep. I can't remember their names, but it's like the fucking main Israeli idiot who's fucking up there, you know, being a fucking idiot. And he says, you know, he goes, oh, you know, we're seeing images and videos of children being pulled from rubble and all this sort of shit. He goes, you do, you know, acknowledge that your country is killing children. And he goes, I do not. He goes, first of all, you don't know how they were killed. And he's like, he looks at him, he's like, oh wow. He's just
are you sure?
Oh wow. And he goes, I mean, first of all, we don't want to see any innocent child killed. Like it's like you just said. Well, first of all, we don't know how they died.
Fair
just
enough.
Said that.
You know what?
Said that.
Maybe he doesn't intimately know how they died. But I tell you what, he definitely knows that.
Pretty good assumption.
That goddamn rocket fucking went in.
Yeah, it's a pretty good assumption.
Yeah.
When like 60% of the population is under the age of 18, it's pretty good assumption you're killing a lot of children. Yeah.
No fucking way. 60% of the population is under 18. Holy fuck.
So, which also means 60% of that population didn't vote for Hamas.
That is 40% of the entire population controlling 100% of the votes.
That was like, because that was 17 years ago. Or 16 years ago, something like that.
Oh, right, okay.
2009 or something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Look, I should, you know what? I've looked at so much information that it has fried my brain, and I've seen so many dead people, and it sucks. And I'm just like, I'm not braining right now.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just vibing. I'm just recording a podcast with my friend.
Yeah. I fully get that.
And trying to vibe. But, like, it sucks, man. The whole Gaza thing, it sucks. But that's, like, all of that shit sucks real bad. But the rabbit hole, right? The conspiracy, the rabbit hole. Okay. So there's a lot of linking back to Israeli families that dates back 500 years, 800 years, fucking 1500, back to Roman times, predating Jesus type shit, right?
Yeah.
And my mum told me this. Like, she goes, like, it's not like I fully believe it, but like, I mean, you never know.
Possible,
right?
Yeah.
Like, you never know. But there's the Rockefellers, which is a very well-known American family, I believe.
Yeah.
The Rockefellers. But there's, like, a lot of conspiracy that they are American-Israeli or American-Jewish, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then the Rothschild, right, which is an Israeli family. They're Jewish, sorry.
Yeah.
They're Jewish. And then there was, I can't remember the other family, but my mom told me there's three families, and essentially she was saying that they, like, had changed their name throughout over centuries. So it's like these really big influential fucking families that have, like, influenced most of how our civilization has gone as a whole, right? Most of our world. And what she is telling me is that she goes, possibility that all these families are the same family, just changing their name throughout, to control the narrative type shit. Right,
yeah.
So it's like, they're not even Rothschilds. Like, that's just the name we've known them as for the last 500 years, but before that, they were something else. And then before that, they were something else.
This is like,
nuts. And like,
so very parallel to, like, Alex Jones fucking, like, George Soros and the globalists. Yeah, sort of stuff. I fucking, I dig this.
And then when it comes to religion, right, there's, my mum was like, you know, there's who's to say if this one family didn't control the narrative the whole time that the Bible isn't controlled by them, right? And that this is what she said, right? And she goes, because she's not Christian or anything. Yeah. She goes, the Bible, Jesus Christ, right? He had a following. Like, that's fact. Like, there's no way that you can't say he's had a following. Like, people have known of him for 2,000 years, according to books, and there's a lot of books that have been factually, like, dated back all the way back to that year.
Yeah.
Right, 2,000 years. So it is known. Jesus Christ has been known about for 2,000 years. But what my mum said is that the Bible was created by this Jewish family, right? And it was created about a rebel leader called Jesus Christ, who was Palestinian. It's like, because he was born in Jerusalem, which is the land of Palestine, and he had to flee as a refugee at the age of 2 years old to Egypt, right? I've learned so much about God and shit. It's so weird. It's so nuts.
Like, that is like some fucking wild shit.
Dude, it's such a conspiracy, right?
Imagine being like, because, okay, so he was a real person, but
nuts.
like, imagine having your life written out. Like, so you were born, what's the name of that? Like, immaculate conception.
Yeah.
So, you know, Mary just had a baby.
Yeah, sinless.
Sinless.
A sinless baby.
And then, you know, 3 wise men dropped some cool stuff on him.
Yeah.
And then he grew up to be a carpenter who turned water into wine, got captured by the Romans, got stuck in a cave, was put on a cross, and died for our sins. But in the Israeli version he was a bad man from Palestine, and
no, not in the Israeli version. No. Because in the Torah predates the Bible, right? The Torah is that's like the Old Testament, right?
Yeah,
that's like old shit.
So the Old Testament is
Moses.
Is like newer
Moses
than the
is
Torah?
Jewish. Oh, I'd have to double check that. I don't exactly know. I'm like still learning. I'm still learning a lot.
That's fair. And you know what? We should cut it here. Because it keeps me wanting to know more.
Yeah, cool.
But I will say this, I have seen those Torahs, because I didn't know they were fucking like huge scripts, like scripture, dude. Like scrolls.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I think that's really fucking cool. But like, there's only certain.
I think all of this shit is so cool. The thing I don't like is children dying for no reason.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah. Like, man, I like the faith and shit. I think it's so cool. Like, I genuinely think it's cool to learn about.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's nuts that all this shit happened so long ago, and that, you know, whether it's true or false, whatever. Like there is definitely some fact behind a lot of it. I can never get behind the water to wine thing or the fucking like bread and fish thing. I just you know what makes sense to me?
He was a magician.
This world being a simulation and Jesus figuring out a fucking glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, dude, he got hacks. Yeah.
Yeah, he had hacks. I can believe that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just nuts to think about. Like, AI is getting that fucking good. Like, to think that we could be AI in, like, a fucking computer simulation is definitely, like, give us, like, another fucking 20 years. Give us another 20 years of technology and we'll be we'll be the empire, for sure. Like, we're getting there. We're so close.
Well, doesn't humanity sort of every now and then take just logical steps? You know what I mean?
I think what happens
that's
is
all AI does.
grow and then... right, logical steps. Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if you were to look at the ChatGPT as like, it's literally just predictive text, so that it will go in sort of semi-context. It goes, I'm going to make this word, and this word will then have another word coming up like after it, and all I've got to do is predict what that word should be, and then it does that for an entire, say, script, right?
Yeah.
And all it has to do is follow a certain set of, like, contextual
a certain
rules.
algorithm.
Yeah. And that algorithm sets out what fucking words come out, sort of shit. If that is all just logical steps to follow a contextual sort of sample, all we've been given, think about this in our life, right? We wake up every day and we go, man, I've got to wake up, get ready for work, go to work, do my work, fucking come home, I don't know, shower, sleep, wake up, do the same thing again, right?
Yeah.
All of those are just logical steps so that you can continue to do what you want to do the things that you need to do to eventually do something that you want to do.
Survive.
Right? And then there's what you do is like, oh man, I'm literally just counting down the days until the weekend so that I can do the stuff that I want to do on the weekend, so that I have all of that sort of stuff. All of these steps every time you wake up and you do something is a logical step to get to the next thing that you need to do.
Predictive.
It's all predictive. Because think about this: if you were to make a completely random action, you've gone against the contextual sample of what you needed to do to complete that day, and you fucked up the sentence. You said the dog went meow. You know, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
That's all it is. Because if you were to if you think so much in this world is random, like a tornado in Texas makes a butterfly flap its wings in Brazil, sort of stuff. That kind of stuff, like chaos theory, super cool if you're dealing with smoke and water and fucking shit like that. But I tell you what, I don't think it really works with general population and how normal life works. You can be raised in a shitty household.
Modern life.
Yeah, modern life. But even like just a normal person, that if you get one child that's raised by the streets, sort of stuff, if you want to say that, like in a fucking poor socioeconomic background, and a kid that's born in a fucking rich house, they're not going to live the exact same lives. They're going to live different lives, but they all have to make logical steps to do whatever their life is going to lead them to do.
Yeah.
Welcome to the end of my fucking TED Talks. This is if all I want to say is, if Israel and Palestine have been fighting over the same land for fucking a bajillion years.
It's not fighting. Like this is the big thing. Just real quick, I want to clear that up. So Israel was given the land by England, right?
Okay.
England didn't own the land in 1948.
That recent?
After World War II.
Okay.
And this is like this, and then there's like Hitler conspiracies and shit, like
he's in Argentina.
No, that he fucking Nazism carried through to Israel type shit. Like fucking Nazi Germans hid with the Jews going to Israel, because like there was like 750,000 Jewish people migrated to Palestine, and then it was a small minority of that who were like very patriotic white supremacists, and they were the ones who went out and like killed all these Palestinians in 1948 and forced all these 750,000 Palestinians were displaced, and it was called the Nakba, right? So the Nakba, it was a displacement of the indigenous people of a land, right?
Yeah.
And that's how Israel became where they are now. And then there was like a bunch of wars between like Jordan and Syria and Iran and Israel, and between Palestine and Israel, and like lots of freedom fighter group movements in Palestine and shit, right?
Yeah.
The West Bank has its own fucking rebellious group, right? And this is the other thing, because Israel's war is with Hamas. Right? But then they killed like 230 people in the West Bank recently, right?
Okay.
And they have nothing to do with Gaza. So to explain how it works, the West Bank is a completely under military controlled region, right? That essentially, if you're Israeli, you can just go fucking set up a fucking camper van, and like a few of your mates can go out with their camper vans, and then Israel will pay to have a military outpost built around your camper vans and give you some guns, and like you're like all good to go, right? It's an apartheid, right? Like if you know what happened in South Africa between the blacks and the whites.
So they're like, go here, we'll give you guns, and then
you can kill, and then you settlers, like they're free reign because it's military occupation, right? Like so they are legally allowed to kill a Palestinian for absolutely no reason. They don't have to give a single reason, right? It's military occupation of a certain type of people.
Yep.
Like, is that not nuts? Is that not nuts? That one type of person is given a gun in an area and said, if anything happens, use it to defend yourself.
No, it's not use it to defend yourself. It's use it to
oppress someone.
Go in and create harm.
It's oppress people, man.
Yeah.
There's a few IDF soldiers who left and have been like coming out and saying like, my first operation was to go into the West Bank and pick an innocent person's house and take them in the middle of the night. and like drive around with them for a few hours and then drop them back home naked and keep going, right? And they were like, and like everyone was like, why did you take, they'd be like, why take him? He was innocent. And it was to sow fear into all of them that we would just take anyone we wanted anyway.
That is some real Nazi shit.
Dude, right?
How weird is that?
Right?
That we can't learn from history.
Right? History
can't
literally
actually,
repeating itself?
Yeah. But in saying that, so like this Israeli-Palestine thing, this is obviously not the first time something like this has happened. This is just war.
No.
This is just war over
but it's not even war because they're not a country. They're not a state. They're like literally just an area of people that Israel controls.
So conflict?
You know what I mean? Like they're hostages. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what you label it. This is war-like conflict. So like you've got like that sort of shit like there. You've got like Ukraine, Russia war. We've got
Congo. Bruh, I've learned so much shit, man.
Yeah, dude. Africa's in a constant state of war.
Dude, Congo, like Africa sucks. Sudan's like I knew Sudan was pretty bad. Like Syria's pretty bad. Yemen's pretty bad. It's like, dude.
Syria hasn't been good since the 80s.
Probably before then, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, probably before then. But like the whole Soviet Afghan war, that sort of stuff back in the 80s. And then like
World War One, right? Really, World War One,
dude. Even before World War One, it was always hectic.
Dude, I had this like mad argument with a couple people, right?
Yeah.
A couple pro-Israeli, and then a couple and we all got to a point where it was like we all agreed the entire world's better off with none of us here. We all need to go. Like literally, we were like everyone was just like, yeah, I can't disagree with that. I was like, we all need to go. Like we are just destroying the world. Like the world would be better with none of us here. They're like, yep. Yep.
I love that. That's the agreement.
Even pro-Israeli, like you know what I mean. People are like, whatever. They just.
I look like I've just got two floating hands. But it's weird that like even in a sort of stalemate of two people saying I'm right, they can still agree with. Well, how about we both just
agree that
we can both be right, but we can both just leave.
Yeah,
they'll be happy with like if we both just didn't fight over this anymore, it would be better. But if we're here, we will fight about this.
Oh yeah,
which is so fucking dumb.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. But I'm in a defense force where like if I was called upon to go and do whatever, like fucking go and
you got no choice.
Defend a certain place because Australia's interests, I would do that because that's my interest as well. Australia is my interest.
Job. Yes.
And it's anyone can sort of say, oh, but America did this and then Australia followed, sort of thing. Yeah, sure, but like it was within Australia's interests to do certain said thing. I mean, you can't say that it was each soldier's interest to fucking go over there and do that sort of shit.
No, individual soldiers' interest, God no. I mean, most of them like do it for the paycheck. I mean, why would most people? Patriotism is not the biggest thing in the world anymore. In most places, other than like America and Israel, apparently, they're patriotic.
Yeah.
Like it is like them or nowhere.
you know what? Actually, you say that like, and I thought the exact same thing. There is a lot of people in the army that just love being in the army.
I'm sure there is.
And they're like, oh, I wouldn't mind about the paycheck if I got to do this. And it was like this dude fucking digging a pit. And he was loving life. And I was like,
I love this shit, man.
Because it's so primal, it's so simple. It's like if this was your life, it was like we're gonna go here with like, and you're gonna be kitted up, and it's gonna be you're gonna lift heavy things, and then you're gonna dig hole, and you're gonna sleep in hole.
Like, this is the thing. Like I understand the need of warriors, right? I understand that need. I get it, right? Like as someone who lifts and picks up heavy things and puts them down, like. I get it. I get the idea of being a warrior. It's fucking sick, man. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just like innocent people don't have to die though. Women and children, they're not warriors. They're not warriors. They
didn't sign up. They didn't sign up.
No, they don't need to be involved. Warriors? Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Fist fight. Let's go. I reckon army should go back to fist fight. You know, where is it? There's some conflict happening in the world right now. That's the most wild place, and they conflict with melee weapons, and it is not bladed. So it is only blunt instruments. It is, I think it's like fucking somewhere in like Tibet or something like that. It's like India and some country. It's nuts. Like the armies actually go to war with each other with like fucking like clubs and shit.
And they're just like, look, we're not gonna shoot. You guys don't shoot.
Yeah, there was like they
have
a genuine ceasefire with any explosive weapons, like any guns, anything, like any projectile. Nothing.
That is, first of all,
nuts.
Horrifying. that is horrifyingly
so
brutal,
tribal, dude.
Yeah,
so tribal, dude. I'm sure it's India. I think it's like India or Pakistan or something like that.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was
like an Asian country.
Yeah,
like yeah. It's like, and it's over this like weird fucking mountainous range that you can't do anything with anyway.
It's probably Pakistan then.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, did you hear this is probably like start of 2021, maybe start of 22. Fucking that China was like walking into Pakistan and
it might be China and Pakistan.
Yeah. So
this fucking melee club war.
They had like a week-long brawl. And then they were like, all right, China, like someone else mediated and were like, China, go back to your side, Pakistan, go back to your side. And then it was like, oh, okay. And then they literally just were like fighting, and then they were like, oh, stop fighting. It's like, okay.
I'm sure it must be, These guys have been at it for years.
Like
years, man.
Yeah.
It's so wild. It's so fucking wild, man.
I want to...
You know what? That I'm so for. I'm so pro that. Because if you're so patriotic that you would go swing a club at another man for your country, go on.
Yeah.
Like, go fucking hack it out with another guy that also wants to do the same thing. Like, you know what I mean?
It's really, you've got to ask yourself, are you willing to get as so uncomfortably and like intimately close with someone to like butcher them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To like, to bash them to death. Because it is so incredibly intimate. Like you were looking into this other person's eyes and beating them to death.
Yeah.
That is...
You want to go do that, dude?
Some level of fucking insanity.
Dude, yeah. 100% it is. But you know what? These people need to do that because otherwise they bomb civilians. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
At least then you've got
stick.
Exactly.
And go be a nutcase.
You've got two proper soldiers going, okay, cool. Look, hey, nothing above the fucking face, man. You know, sort of like, but it's literally just, you know, they hit each other until one of them stops.
Yeah.
And then they go, well, imagine if it was civil. Imagine if it was like, I tell you what, that is like so far so very fights. Civil. Because imagine fucking, you bring fucking guns into it and they're like, oh, well, we can just get guns that shoot further. And then we'll get things that drop fucking the bullets that make big bangs sort of shit.
Yeah.
You know, with this, it's, you can only fight someone that is like there to fight you.
Yeah.
You can't accidentally shoot a fucking child. You can't accidentally shoot a woman that's not supposed to be there.
It should be.
You can't shoot anyone that's not supposed to be there because you've gone, I want to fight you. And then the other guy's like, okay.
I think it has to be the leaders of these countries. So you have to be in fighting ready form at any time, right? Because you could be challenged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could be challenged at any time. Any point in time, you could be challenged to a fight to the death, right? A fist fight to the death.
Yep.
For your country's honor.
And if you lose, you just straight up lose.
Yeah, that's it. You're dead.
You lost.
You're dead now.
Yeah.
You're done. And your policies and everything, they go on to the next leader. So if a country doesn't like another country, right, they just fight each other. And each time, like, a new person gets voted in, right?
Yep.
The country votes this person in. We believe he's strong and he has good policies. Let's get that guy.
So first of all, you have to be smart and you have to be super fucking like strong.
Dude,
and you also have to be...
wouldn't that just breed like that you would only invest in your own country because you would want everyone to be fighting ready form, but also smart enough to know how to run a country?
We said this on the course. Like I had a really fucking like switched on like funny good section where we were literally talking about it. Where one of our or one of the guys, let's call him Zane. Because it sounds like my name.
Sure.
Zane had a mate who was like on roids and shit like that. But he's absolutely jacked up. He got booted from the army like a couple of months back because he got caught with roids when he went down.
PEDs,
yeah. Into fucking, he went to the Special Operations Engineer Regiment, which is like the SOCOM unit for fucking engineers. And he went down there, got caught, and got told, get out. And we were talking about it, and we're like, dude, like, wouldn't that be exactly what you want? You want the most fucking, like, the strongest, fastest, like, killer man to be part of the regiment that is literally sent to go and blow things up and kill people. You want, like, big, strong, scary man to fight for people who aren't big, strong, scary men.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
Yeah.
And you look at the state of like I cannot actually say what I want to say right now, but the current state of the Defence Force, and imagine if we had
I know from the outside looking in.
imagine if you will a world where we had all soldiers around the world, for any defense force, absolutely roided up to the tits, and there's no longer any need for weapons.
No, it's fist fight.
Yeah.
Dude, how good.
How crazy would that be? How crazy,
and the thing is that it would just be a team of very highly trained individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just send these guys out there. Here's these 4 dudes. Where's your
Achilles.
4 dudes? And like
Achilles, man.
Like, it's like fucking Three Kingdoms type-esque shit. Luger, fucking mowing down 1,300 people in a single fucking fight. in a single day.
Yeah.
Killing 1,300 people.
That's wild.
Man. Yeah, crazy.
Oh, man.
I don't think that actually happened, but you know.
Hey, mate, never know.
A book said it though, so.
That, you know what? All this talk about this sort of stuff like makes me want to read the Iliad again. The Iliad and the Odyssey, because like they're like, honestly, there's a part in the Iliad where it gets to a point where they're trying to like it's so painstakingly in detail what boat and where they came from and who's on it, like a whole manifesto of, and it's pages long. It is so many pages long of this boat came in, it has this captain, it has these people in it. And, you know, it gets me thinking now that it was put in at such great detail that, like, maybe all of the sort of events that happened were somewhat real,
well,
but
like this is what
so many people.
I will be honest, like that's my thought process with a lot of, like, you know, it's
ancient Greek stuff.
Key witness events at the end of the day. This is the thing with like any, like the Quran, the Torah, the Bible, like all of these teachings through religion and shit. Like the one thing that I will admit that makes me question it is the fact that it's so many different people's key witness stories, right? And the fact that the stories haven't actually changed because they can, like, you know, they can date the age of paper. Yeah. Right? With our fucking science, we can date the age of paper to see that. Yes, while over time the Bible has changed within reason, but you can go back to when it was created and see that, you know, well, at least that time period, like it's pretty much still the same. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like within reason, like I get that there's factual parts to it. Like I believe Jesus, the man, existed.
Okay.
I believe that he walked on this earth, right? That Jesus lived.
It was his
name wasn't Jesus. right? Jesus was not his name. Jesus Christ. That's like, it's because he was fucking Egyptian. He was Arab. Jesus is not an Arab name. It was like Yeshua or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then again, also, my mum told me this fucking wild ass shit was, it's like you don't take God's name in vain type thing.
Like Yahweh. Yeah.
Yeah, Yahweh. Yeah. Apparently, Yahweh it was actually like a breath, because it's like you say Jesus Christ's name as you take your first breath, right? Because it's like it's meant to be like a Yahweh. You breathe in and breathe out. So your first breath is Jesus's name, and then your last breath you take is Jesus's name, right? So that's the whole like God's name in vain.
That's so weird.
Nuts, right?
Have you ever like, now thinking about it, because me and Kim watched Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah.
All right, I want to just bring this up. All right,
I've watched bits of it. I haven't watched heaps, but I've watched like enough.
Let's air out the dirty laundry. All right, me and Kim watched Grey's Anatomy almost every night, at least one episode.
Dude, it's fine.
And we'll talk shit and watch these episodes. There have been so many like episodes where characters die and you watch them take their final breath, sort of stuff. Like I think we're in like season whatever. We're fucking middle of the game, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Now thinking about it, when a character dies, they literally do that whole that like last breath, sort of like breathe in, breathe out sort of shit.
Yeah.
Manual breathing has been activated. You now can feel your tongue inside your mouth.
You know that you are holding, like you are manually keeping yourself alive right now.
Yeah.
And like the second that you stop breathing, stop breathing, you're dead.
That's sad. The time in between breaths is getting longer. Yeah. Also, the time in between claps is also getting longer. You never stop clapping.
There's the intervals between your claps for longer. I love that, dude.
But yeah, no, in Grey's Anatomy, we hear that same fucking like breath in, breath out sort of thing, and it's now listening to it, I'm gonna hear that every fucking time that happens.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, Jesus was here.
Every time. That's and like, you know what I mean? Like there's this reading into this and learning a lot more about it, like I'm not saying that I'm changed or anything like that. Like, well, not changed, like not fucking converted. I'm not converted, right? But I do want to read. I want to read the Torah. I want to read the Quran. I want to read the Bible. I want to read all three, just because I'm interested. I'm interested in like all this shit now because of like, the main thing of what it is that you see all these fucking Palestinians, man, and you know what? None of them are scared of Israel. None of them. They all fear God more than they fear Israel, right?
Yeah.
Like a collective strength of 2.3 million people to all have the exact same, faith is nuts. Like, how can you collectively, like, that would scare the fuck out of any country. You know what I mean? Like 2.3 million people who could collectively say they all like believe the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's this is why they say like every one of them is a Hamas terrorist, because every one of them believes in their God. They're so fearful of their God to the point where they would never betray their God.
Yeah.
Like, of course these countries are scared of that.
Yeah. It makes
it's
sense.
Not their God that they're fearful of, well, in their way, essentially. Even though this is the thing, right? They're happy for you. Like, Muslim people are so fucking... Islamophobia is wild, man. I have experienced racism of being called Arab and shit because I got a big bushy beard and I'm black. Literally.
Yeah.
I got called a greedy Arab.
A greedy Arab?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Okay, bud.
I was like, dude, I'm from New Zealand. I live in Australia. I'm like, you can hear my voice, dude.
Yeah.
It's like nuts, man. A greedy Arab. And I was like, why would you call me a greedy Arab? It's like, you're black with a beard. It's like, that's the most racist shit.
Buddy, take the L and walk away.
That's racist as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I got dark skin and a bushy beard.
Racism, born of ignorance. No one wants to learn anything, so it's very easy for people to just be like, oh, I feel this way about a certain person. I'm not going to learn anymore.
I'm just gonna hate
That's all it
of
is.
them.
Yeah.
them
and I've made up my mind, but I'm not also going to learn anything else about them. So
Look,
I don't have any difference of opinion.
I'll be honest, it's very obvious with mainstream media how that they want us to fear it. Like, it's legit. Like, there's all of the interviews of Israeli hostages coming out. They're blaming Israel, right? Literally blaming Israel. Because they're like, you guys keep bombing. Like, if you stop bombing them, they'd let us go. But you didn't stop bombing them, so they couldn't let us go without you killing us. So we had to stay with them. Like, the people being released are like, you know, stop trying to kill us. Like, you're trying to kill us at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, they've already killed heaps of their own hostages.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Well, think about this. Another horrible time was back in China in the 80s as well.
Yeah.
Tiananmen Square, man.
Yeah.
Like
that's so funny because I'm like, man, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place because China basically owns us at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be honest. To me, it looks like we sold land to China so that we could give it to US and Israel. That's what it feels like. Because we're still giving them money. We're giving them money. People living in tent cities, man.
Did I tell you how debt works between countries? I think it was that night that you were like, man, I need to talk about this stuff, and I was like, yeah, man. And then we talked about the two major corporations, or they're not even they're called entities.
BlackRock and
Vanguard.
Yeah, Vanguard.
Yeah, they control everything, man.
Yeah, and that's the other conspiracy that it could just go so deep, man.
It gets so deep.
And you know what? After all of this, you know, all I want to do.
What?
I just want to live on a farm, man.
Live on a farm,
dude.
And every now and then play some Tarkov. just chill out.
Yep. Like every now and then stream.
Yep.
Make a little bit of money through streaming. You know what I mean? Like stream like 2 nights a week or something.
Yeah.
And like make that enough money. Because in Australia, you can have a hobby up to, I think it's $18,900 is tax free. Like you don't have to pay tax on that.
Wait. So if I said my hobby's like, I don't know, something that's under $18,900.
If you do artwork,
yeah,
and you sell your artwork and you sell up to $18,900 a year, like through you lodge it, right? That's tax free. You don't pay tax on it. Like you just get that money. You keep.
Oh, so you have to make money.
You file a tax. Yeah.
Right.
Like in an art, like this is the thing. Like if let's say we stream and we make money from streaming, right?
Okay.
If I don't need much money to live, I'm going to reinvest all of it back into it continuing to run.
Yeah.
Like, so that I need to do as little as possible. And I'll take as little money as I need. And if I only need, say, $30,000 a year, I'll just take it as Jackie and I. Split it down the middle, 15 grand each.
Yeah.
We won't pay tax on it. If I live on a farm and I have my dairy cow, and my chooks, my garden, my off-grid wood and my fire heaters and solar, and I don't have bills, and all I've got to do is pay rates and internet, you know, chocolate. Still buy chocolate, of course. I ain't never going to stop buying chocolate. Chocolate's good.
So,
yeah, you can do like a hobby, because I got a friend who does that. So she works a job, but then she has a hobby, and she doesn't pay tax on her hobby because she always keeps it under $18,900 or whatever the limit is now. It might be different.
I'm going to get into this further outside of the pod.
Yeah.
Because we're over the hour mark.
Yeah, we're at an hour. I know. I noticed that before. That's my bad.
Haven't even spoken about the Taylor Swift news that you're going to hit me with right now. Because guess what?
It's not good news.
That's fine.
It's really quite bad for Taylor Swift.
That's fine. Oh, well, look. We'll just live with it. What I will say is, speaking of music, Blake, what album did we listen to?
I forget the name of it, but it was the Taylor Swift one.
It's 1989. Taylor's version. From Taylor Swift, release earlier this month.
I'll hit you with the news real quick first.
Hit me with the Taylor Swift news.
I can't remember. I should probably Google where it was, but at one of her concerts, one of her shows, someone died. Yeah, someone died at one of her concerts.
Shit, that's bad.
So people were trying to rush into the concert, so they closed all the entries, which meant that they also closed the exits. And apparently there was like a heat wave going on in the area.
Yeah.
And they covered the ground with metal sheeting. So 2 things happened. People passed out due to heat stroke.
Yep.
And then they got like 2nd-degree burns from the metal in the ground. And one person had a heart attack and died.
Yeah. Brother bear.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's not a way to start a concert at all.
I don't think, I don't know exactly what happened after that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but you remember when they like kicked up a huge stink about Travis Scott?
Nothing compared to Taylor Swift.
No, because it's Taylor Swift. She's America's sweetheart. She couldn't do anything bad.
Never mind the lives she's taken along the way. Fucking hell.
Yeah, nuts, right?
Jesus Christ, that's
That's
horrible.
How do you die at a Taylor Swift concert?
You fucking get heat stroke. And because
pass out and have a heart attack.
Like that's horrible. Fucking like in a heat wave, you would try to make things as cool as possible.
And apparently they weren't as every festival is price gouging of water. Not enough water for anyone.
$20 a bottle of water, sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Of course.
Consumerism, capitalism at its finest, people. Anyway, Taylor Swift's album.
Anyway, 1989 by Taylor Swift. We listened to that for a solid 3 weeks, almost on repeat, right, Blake? Right? You listened to this on repeat for 3 weeks, right? No fucking way, and neither did I. I listened to it
I think once at the start 3 weeks ago. I don't remember how it goes. I'm being honest.
Bad boy. I did listen to it for about 3 days, and then I got really sick of it, and I went back to listen to the Sleep Token.
Yeah, so did I.
Then I listened to Flower Boy from Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was great.
I'm just going to say my piece because it's real short.
Go.
It just sounds like Taylor Swift, man. It just sounds like Taylor Swift.
Of course it sounds like Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift.
Every song is just her genre, which is not my thing.
Pop. Country pop with some synthy.
I just can't do an entire album. I can do a couple songs from time to time.
Yeah.
But an entire album of Taylor Swift, like, who can listen to this? Honestly and truly. A lot of people, apparently. But, oh, no.
My wife!
Please, no.
Man. Dude, Kim loves it. Kim loves it, dude. If I was to say, hey, look, I'll pay you $20 to listen to Taylor Swift 10 times in a row, and she's like, oh,
I'd do it for free.
What happens when I get to 20? And I was like, well, you don't get any extra money. I was like, all right, what happens if we get to 40? You know, sort of shit. She'll just keep on going with this shit, man. She fucking loves Taylor Swift. She loves Kylie Minogue. She loves fucking Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Like, all of these, like, and Madonna and shit, like these old fucking pop stars and shit like that. She loves them. She loves them. Taylor Swift is no exception. I'll say this. No, I can't say that. You know what? I was about to say something really, really mean. I know that will come back and bite me in the ass specifically.
It's not worth it.
You know what? What I was about to say would have absolutely bitten me in the ass so very hard.
It's not worth it, brother.
It isn't worth it. I'm gonna keep the happy life going. Blake, what can I say about Taylor Swift?
What can you say? Other than it's Taylor Swift.
There's she did write all of her songs, I'm pretty sure. She had a couple of features on there. There's not like, I don't know, the Kendrick Lamar feature where it's like, it feels like no one really benefited from that. I don't know if Kendrick Lamar, I think Kendrick Lamar benefited more than she benefited.
Yeah, look, I think Kendrick probably got a bigger payout, and
yeah.
You know what I mean? He probably was like, yeah, I'll do it, but like, a couple milli.
I'm gonna need some fucking money for this because
Daddy wants a new Bugatti, so
unless you know what, and this is the thing, this is like all a Hollywood high life sort of shit. Maybe you never know, they could be fucking decent friends, and then she's gone, hey, because you know what, she's actually legitimately friends with T-Pain, like Taylor Swift and T-Pain. Cool. T-Pain's a fucking absolute Chad.
He's a G, man.
Yeah, and I didn't know this. They were just like good friends. That's why they made like a song together where she raps and he sings.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's you know, it's kind of funny. It's a mix up. Oh wow. The song itself is pretty average, except for the cool T-Pain parts because T-Pain's fucking a Chad.
And because he can sing better than Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yeah.
How funny, known for auto-tune, but like one of the hands down the best singers in fucking music biz, man.
And it's all because he used auto-tune a couple of times in his songs, and it's just like, oh, I'm the auto-tune guy now, what the fuck? No, he's
released heaps. We should listen to like one of his
We should listen to a T-Pain album. Yeah, we should.
We'll do some research on a good one. And we'll
Hell yes. I'm down with that.
Continue.
Yeah, look, Taylor Swift, good for those who want to listen to it. I don't know, man. It's not that good.
No,
it seems not. You know, I've listened to 1989,
like billions
not
of
television.
Views. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've listened to the original version of 1989, and I like because I used to drive around with Kim.
Thing?
No,
oh,
it isn't, and it's and this is where it gets me from a producer standpoint. There are minor differences with the songs because she's had to remake them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means that, like, if you listen to Shake It Off, you notice straight away that the horns at the start sound a little bit different. And you're like, why does it kind of sound like that? Doesn't sound right. Because in the radio version that everyone listens to, which is the one that was mega produced by fucking like even the entire album was mega produced by a whole heap of fucking people, not just Taylor Swift that was just writing the songs.
No. Oh God, no.
But this version sounds like it's all the exact same songs. It's all the same tempos. It's all the same key. She sings the exact same spots where she's supposed to sing, and it all sounds the way it's kind of supposed to sound as like, compared to the original.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit off. It's like it's like the you get Coles brand and then you get Woolies brand sort of stuff. If that's like, it's because it's so like for like, but you've picked up Coles brand garlic bread when you really wanted Woolies garlic bread, and then Aldi has better garlic bread, but no one asked Aldi, right?
Yeah, Aldi's good.
Aldi has really good garlic bread.
Dude, Aldi's got so much good shit.
It does, and it gets slept on. I reckon it gets slept on. Not nowadays, like it's getting hit a lot more, but it's still...
Yeah, because no one can afford to shop at Coles and Woolies, because they're fucked. Fuck those guys.
Yeah. $9 for a bag of salad. Leaves.
What? $2 from my IGA.
Yep. $9
from my IGA.
$9 for mixed leaf. And it's like the big bag, which it's still light. It's still a bag full of fucking air. Yeah. But it's $9 for some mixed leaf.
$2 from IGA down the road.
Yeah, dude.
That's nuts, man.
We do have an IGA down the road. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, shop at the IGA, dude. Fuck Coles.
Yeah. Well, we have... Yeah, Aldi is a little bit further than the IGA. I might even check out the IGA.
Where it is.
Yeah.
Go to IGA for snacks and go to Aldi for big shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do. Because it's like basically the same setup. Like Aldi's past the IGA for us. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Because IGA is fucking family owned too. Just real quick.
Yeah, it's Independent Grocers of Australia.
Yeah,
that's right. Independent. It's not a corporation, even though it is, but it also isn't.
I mean, you're directly supporting your locals. That's a big thing.
Exactly.
I know Coles still employs people, but they're fucked.
Yes.
Too many people, man. There's too many people in this world. There's too many people.
And we all fight over dumb shit and we all get sad over dumb shit.
We all fight over fucking crumbs. Honestly.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit.
And microplastics. No,
Yeah,
we'll do next episode. We'll do a full-on conspiracy theory episode.
Oh, we already have, but that's all right.
No, like deep on like some Westworld sort of shit.
Well, okay.
All right, Taylor Swift.
What do you rate it?
This version.
I don't mind.
This version, dude, it's not for me. It's a fucking, like, it's a 2 or a 3. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't want to listen to it again. I have no interest in going back to this album.
Same.
2, at most a 3 out of 10.
I give it a 2.5.
I'm not going back.
No, I'll never listen to any of these songs. After the first time I listened to them, I knew I would never listen to them again.
You know, it's actually gotten to the point, and I love to say this, is that when it does come on the radio, I'll actively try and turn it off, and then Kim will fight me for it, and I'll be like, I don't want to listen to it, and she's like, but I do, and I'm like, all right, but just know I don't.
I'm not listening.
That's where I'll stop fighting. I'll push once, and then that's it. That's how much I don't want to listen to it. If it was like a 0 or a 1,
if you want to deal with an angry missus.
Yeah, the lesser of two evils is listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, literally, 100%. 100%.
Imagine the hardest things in our life is like, fighting with the missus or listening to Taylor Swift. It's like, I guess I'll listen to Taylor Swift then.
Yeah.
God.
2.5.
2.5 for you.
Zakk, what are we listening to next week?
We're listening to an absolute banger, Blake.
It is a banger.
You'll know them from such films as Hot Rod.
Yeah, dude. And sorry, just real quick, you reminded me.
Yeah.
I sold my copy of Hot Rod. I gave it to a guy.
Why would you sell it?
at the garage sale. I don't have anything that plays the DVD anyway. So I gave it, he was like, Hot Rod. He goes, oh, I know some of these guys. I was like, you haven't seen it? He's like, no. I was like, you are about to...
you've changed that man's life.
I was like, your life is about to change. He's like, what? It's like, your life is absolutely about to change. But this is one of, if not the best movies of all time. I was like, it's one of the best movies of all time. And he's like, that good? I was like, slept on. Most slept on movie in the world.
Yep.
I was like,
it's so fucking good.
Best movie I've ever seen. Fucking director's commentary. Best director's commentary of all time. He's like, even that good? I was like, that good, man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit. All right, well, what do you want for it? I was like, brother, take it. I was like, just take it.
Take it, because you know that all you've done is change that man's life, and no monetary reward will fucking compensate for that.
Nothing could have paid me more than the payment of knowing
I've changed
that man's life.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man.
I fucking love Hot Rod. Best movie out. Anyway.
Yeah.
People from that movie.
Oh, yeah. So the people from that movie, Hot Rod, and if you still don't know them, they also did a movie called Don't Stop, Never Stopping. I think it was called. What was it called?
Like
Popstar, Don't Stop, Never Stopping. No, Never Stop, Never Stopping, sorry.
Yeah.
They're called The Lonely Island.
The Lonely Island.
And the album that we're listening to is Turtleneck and Chain, with such hits like I Just Had Sex. Shy Ronnie and
Mother
No
Lover.
Homo. Yeah, Mother Love It. Yeah, No Homo. Some absolute bangers in here. Like fucking Jack Sparrow's a fucking awesome one. Yeah. So
dude, it'd be a fucking, I'd call it a 10 out of 10 right now already without knowing anything else.
Yeah.
If it had, what's this? I'm trying to think of the fucking name of the song. It's the Spring Break Anthem, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. It's
If this had sports on it too, man, I'd be real down on listening to sports. But fuck, look, we can only get so much.
We're listening to Turtleneck and Chain. Dude, what a banger! What a banger album! I'm really keen. Explicit version, of course, because we ain't pussies.
We ain't pussies.
I don't think there is a non-explicit version.
We like sports. Oh man, fuck yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other Incredibad. I fucking dig it, man. It's 2011, so you know what I want to say after this. I'm gonna make a guarantee that we're gonna listen to what was, oh shit, man. LMFAO.
Oh, yeah.
LMFAO, the fucking Sorry for Party Rocking, that's going to be coming up soon.
Sorry for party rocking.
Bow.
I love that album.
That and like the best T-Pain album. Those are the next two that we're going to listen to. We're going to make sure of it. And we do need suggestions for like,
yeah.
I think something over Christmas. I don't want to listen to Mariah Carey.
No.
As much as I absolutely love All I Want for Christmas Is You, and I want to play that for at least 24 hours continuously on a certain day. But
oh yeah. I'm getting blow on Christmas Day.
But I'm not listening to an entire album of that for a week. Just one day. Just one day. All I want. Anyway, that's what we're listening to. We're listening to Turtleneck and Chain from the Lonely Island. Taylor Swift, Poopy.
Turtleneck and Chain, sipping on a light beer.
There was something that I did want to say about 1989 before we go. I know that you had like your
It's big poopies.
It's big poopies.
It's big old poopies.
So it's a bit of a long paragraph, but 1989 became Taylor Swift's most commercially successful re-recorded album. On Spotify, it posted the highest single-day streams globally for an album in 2023 and the second highest for an album ever, behind Taylor Swift's Midnights from 22, accumulating, get this, 176 million streams worldwide in a fucking day.
Yeah, that's nuts, hey.
Republic Records reported global opening week sales crossing 3.5 million units. That's physical copies. Its songs occupied the top 6 of the Billboard Global 200 the same week, making Swift the first artist to achieve this feat. 6 songs in the top 6 songs in the Global 200. That is absolutely huge. Swift broke her own record for the most single day Spotify streams for an artist. She broke her own record. First of all, fuck you, Taylor.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell is going on with the Kansas City Chiefs player guy. Can't remember his name.
Oh yeah. Who gives a fuck about
footballer.
that anyway?
He's a footballer.
Honestly, who gives a fuck?
That's all it is. I'm more worried about the people that she's fucking letting die at her concerts. That's horrible.
Literally.
And setting up for failure. Like, she's rich enough, you don't need to fucking sell water bottles for so fucking... Have free water bottles.
Just have free water.
Free water. You know what?
Is water not... What, is it so fucking expensive? It falls from the sky.
You can get, like, water pods on trucks and shit like that, like water trucks for drinkable water, right?
Yeah, easy.
And you just line it up at the back of an event. You get it to literally fill like water stations.
Yeah.
I know that there's going to be thousands and thousands of people, right? Have a lot of water stations.
Yeah. Have enough water stations.
Invest in the people that come to see you, because then they won't fucking die. Yeah. Or go home and be like, man, that was a great concert, but I also have the worst headache and I'm shriveled up like a sultana.
That was a great concert, but someone died.
Someone died. Oh, multiple people died this one.
Because there wasn't enough water.
Oh, there was only a couple of injuries this time. It's like, no, how about fucking have no heat-related injuries? How
about it's a fucking music concert?
No one should be getting injured at all.
No.
Unless it's like a fucking... like a Slayer concert where you've got a mosh pit and people are literally punching each other in the face. That's when you go, this is the acceptable risk of having a wall of death. You go, it's called a wall of death. They're going to run at each other at full speed and punch each other in the face and kick each other. Like, that's where you go, I might be in control of this wall of death, but I'm not in control of the people absolutely beating the shit out of each other. You know, to listen to music, right? But at a Taylor Swift concert, you can't be like, man, my music really caused a wall of death, you know, and people died. No one's dying at a Slayer concert unless you're
No.
fucking super metal. You know,
No one has, I don't believe.
I don't think. Yeah. I think Taylor Swift may have killed more people than Slayer.
Yeah.
The band
What
literally.
a weird turn of events.
How fucking wild is that?
That's fucking weird.
Oh man.
I think that should.
Yeah,
we should finish.
Let's end on that.
We should wrap it up.
We should wrap it up. We're
We
rambling.
should wrap this shit up.
Do you want to run through it? I reckon I can do it. It's been a while.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, make sure you leave a comment, comment, subscribe, rate it, leave something for us to read. I want to read comments. I love reading comments. Make sure you check us out on YouTube so that you can watch exactly this podcast again. And this time you can just actually see what all of our hand movements are doing and how we're looking at each other on two different screens.
How
It's great.
fucking tired we look.
Yeah, we're looking really ragged at the moment.
very
Oh my god,
tired.
dude, it's 11:15. Holy shit.
Yeah, no.
Make sure you check out the prod.cast pretty much on all the social medias. Excuse me, check us out on Facebook so that you can keep up to date with any sort of mishaps or, I don't know, delays in releases, because that was a real thing. Check us out on Instagram as well so that you can find out what we're listening to next. Check us out on TikTok, because I'm pretty sure that we have like shorts running as well. That also goes for YouTube. What else? Make sure you leave us a voicemail because we want to hear from you.
Oh, yes.
Do we have any voicemails?
No.
But don't worry about it. They're coming. We need you to leave some voicemails for us, but so that we can.
Because you haven't called us yet.
You haven't called us, and then
Just waiting for you to call us.
you can hear you live while we listen to you and live, semi-live. For us, it will be live because we make sure it's the first time we hear it. So do that. And if you want to leave a voicemail, you can do it by calling the number 075641 1080. And that's the number you call. It rings for literally 1 second. It goes beep, and then you leave your message, and that's how it works. You hang up when you're done. You don't have to just not hang up. I don't know. That number again is 075641 1080. Leave us a voicemail. It'd be super cool if you did. Other than that, what else we got? Blake. Man, join our Discord. That's what he was going to say. Join our Discord. That's what you sound like. You said, join our Discord, man.
Yeah, that's what I say.
It entered my brain.
On the regular.
Jump into our Discord so that you can play some games with us and talk some shit. We're online fucking every night. I spent nearly 2 full weeks off of Discord, and I'm pretty sure you guys were still in here fucking almost every night fucking chilling out.
Yeah, most nights, yeah.
Yeah, most nights. There you go. Jump in, say good day. We love having a chat. What else is there, Blake?
That'll do.
That'll pretty much do it, eh? If you want to see more of Blake Bentley's beautiful face, make sure you check him out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube so that you can follow
I'm just posting Palestine shit now.
So you can follow his war updates and live leaked war footage.
That's all I'm doing. It's literally I'm on Telegram fucking groups, dude.
Holy shit!
I'm waiting for Arabic. English speaking, Arabic speaking fucking people to what's the word?
Oh, give updates.
No, to not comprehend. I'm so tired.
The
text.
Translate.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm waiting for English speaking, Arabic speaking people to dual linguists to fucking translate it all so I can read it. It's nuts.
Google has Translate.
Yeah, no, but it's just using Telegram. It's just I just wait. It's easier.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
It doesn't take that long, but that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm getting the information from. It is from the actual people in Gaza.
That's fair.
It is from the individuals. It's nuts, dude. The fucking life they live, it sucks. It sucks so bad, and my life does not suck.
Speaking of things that don't suck, if you want to check out Blake_Bentley on all of his social medias, you can also check him out on Spotify. Check him out so you can listen to a beautiful song that we both made called Late Night Texting.
We did make it. It's a good song.
We did, and it is a good song, and I think you guys should listen to it. If you want to see more of if you want to see more of my face, check me out. I'm everywhere. Switchblades for Kids, all one word. And you can also check me out on Spotify as well. I've got a couple of bangers on there. I've actually gotten into the mood of sort of making music. I started doing a little bit last night. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I think we should
fucking around with music again.
Yeah, we should jump back into that. I think it's a lot of fun.
I agree.
Other than that, I think that's going to pretty much do it from all of us here at the podcast. Make sure you're staying safe out there. It is the end of Men's Mental Health Month, so make sure you talk to your mates. Stay safe. keep looking after each other, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Please, it's so late.
It is.
I'm so tired.
I'm ending.